Hiya.
Is it on now? Mic check, mic check, mic check. You know.
Streaming on clickorlando.com and broadcasting live, you're watching News 6 at noon.
Now at noon, schools across Central Florida making those final preparations as kids get ready to go back. What you need to know heading into this final weekend of summer break. But will there be a bus driver to pick your kids up, the vacancies, and what districts are doing to try to get kids to class on time? But first, let's start with you weather as we take a live look outside over Daytona Beach. Some folks enjoying the final weekend of summer break at the beach, but we are seeing some showers popping up on the radar. Meteorologist Michelle Morgan is in for Candace this noon with what we need to know.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm already tracking a few isolated showers and thunderstorms popping up on our radar scan. A few downpours here staying north of Pearson, continuing to move north and west, and a few light showers moving towards Ocala and the I-75 corridor. As we head to our southern counties here, looking at a few showers popping up along the Florida Turnpike out in Osceola County, and a few isolated showers now moving north and west over Brevard County. Now we will see isolated showers through the first half of the day, and then rain chances continuing to increase as we wrap up the rest of the afternoon. It is toasty out there, but manageable. Temperatures are in the 80s here across Central Florida, 86 in Orlando, Sanford, and DeLand, 83 in Palm Coast, and 90 in Titusville. Also notice the feels like temperatures. The heat index values popped up right next to it, so that's when you factor in the humidity. So it's feeling like 93 in Orlando, feeling like 100 in Titusville, 102 in Wildwood, and 95 in Claremont, as well as Leesburg. If you are doing any boating today, any fishing, looking pretty good, that boating forecast. No advisories in play, looking at a light chop in the seas between 2 to 3 feet. But it is breezy out there. You saw that camera earlier kind of bouncing around, so we'll stay windy along our coastline as we wrap up today. Rain chances stay elevated between 70 to 80% for many of us. And then as we look at Brevard County, around that 50% range and 90% in Palm Coast, as well as Ocala. So we'll talk about the timing of the showers and thunderstorms coming up in a bit, and also the tropics.
Michelle, thank you. Within the last hour, we received an update on the multi-county search for this missing teen. His name is Giovanni Pelletier. Earlier this week, volunteers searched for the missing 18-year-old in Mims. The Brevard County Sheriff says misinformation on social media led to people believing he was in the area.
There's no indication whatsoever, no evidence, no indication in any capacity that Giovanni Pelletier ever came to Brevard County. In fact, just the opposite. Things at this time demonstrate that he was not here.
Pelletier was supposed to travel to Brevard County on the day he went missing. Witnesses say he got out of the car during the trip and later texted help to his mother. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office is leading the investigation. Orange County Public Schools is heading into the new year in a county that is rapidly changing, presenting significant challenges for the largest school district in Central Florida. News 6's Mark Lehman spoke to school leaders about how this year will be like any before.
Orange County school leaders meeting here at Dr. Phillips High School, where they say they're prepared for a busy start to the school year on Monday. It's happening as the district is celebrating a lot of accomplishments, but is also facing changes and challenges. As today's back to school news conference got underway, OCPS says they're going into a second straight school year listed as an A-rated district. This comes as Orange County is seeing more than 3,000 fewer students this year. A factor in that is families moving to private private education through Florida's school voucher program. That enrollment drop has led to a $27 million reduction in funding, which prompted the district to put a 4-year pause on new school construction. OCPS also hired a recruitment firm to try and bring families back to the district. Today, I asked the superintendent for an update on those efforts.
We have some very preliminary numbers that indicate that we have recouped families that had left OCPS. We are going to have actual numbers by the end of the first 2 weeks when we confirm after the 10-day count. But right now, it looks like we've recouped a couple of hundred families to come back.
OCPS is also rolling out a few new communication apps, including one called Safer Watch, which allows school employees to call for a medical emergency or initiate a lockdown by the touch of a button. Of course, safety is the top priority, and with that, drivers are urged to slow down and be alert on Monday as students are heading back to school. In Orange County, Mark Lehman, News 6.
And with the first day of school just a few days away, a familiar problem is back in the driver's seat. Districts across Central Florida are facing a major bus driver shortage. Orange County Public Schools is short nearly 100 drivers. News 6's Stephanie Rodriguez rode along with one driver as the district prepares for the year.
Orange County Public Schools tells me it's down about 100 drivers. That's about the same as last year, but as the district tries to recruit, it's doing what it can to manage with the numbers it has. Right now, the district has about 550 drivers, which is about, again, 100 less than it needs to be fully staffed. One way it has been handling the ongoing shortage is with what it calls double backs. That's when a driver will do 2 runs for the same school to ensure every student who needs a ride gets one. We got to tag along with Evelyn Bell, a veteran bus driver who now trains other drivers. I asked her what she would say to someone considering joining her team.
You definitely have to have patience and heart. It's, it takes a lot of patience and consistency. So, we offer the training for you, and we can teach you to be a safe driver.
That training is paid and includes about 2 weeks in the classroom before you get behind the wheel of a bus. Starting pay is $17.29, but the district is currently in negotiations with the union to provide more incentives for new hires, like an $8,000 bonus that's paid in increments of $2,000 every quarter, plus other incentives for perfect attendance, safe driving, and helping out by picking up extra routes. In addition to bus drivers, the district is also looking for bus mechanics. We have all of the information about the benefits and how you can apply over at clickorlando.com. Reporting in Orange County, Stephanie Rodriguez, News 6.
A person is dead this afternoon after walking in the middle of I-95 in Flagler County. It happened around 3:15 this morning in the northbound lanes just south of the Palm Coast Parkway exit. This video shows the interstate down to 1 lane. The pedestrian was on the right shoulder and then walked into the middle of the highway. That's when 2 cars hit them. FHP is not sure why the person walked into the road. Developing right now, a suspicious package prompted a large hazmat response in Orange County. It happened at a home on Alberton Court in South Orlando late Thursday afternoon. This is the same house at the center of a viral TikTok video featuring a racist rant. One person was taken to the hospital. We tried to speak with someone at the house last night, but they declined to comment. It has been more than 3 years since Russia invaded Ukraine. With the White House pushing for a ceasefire, Russia is trying to cement its gains and keep the land it now occupies. CBS's Torian Small has the latest from Washington.
President Trump expressed his displeasure with Russian President Vladimir Putin ahead of today's deadline to either end the war with Ukraine or face new sanctions.
We're going to see what he has to say. It's going to be up to him. Very disappointed.
The Trump administration already announced a 25% tariff on India for doing business with Moscow, bringing that total tariff percentage to 50%. Still, the president says he's open to meeting with Putin after the Russian leader suggested the two could hold in-person talks as soon as next week.
They would like to meet with me, and I'll do whatever I can to stop the killing.
President Trump said he's open to meeting with Putin without Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who said his country must be a part of any conversations about ending the war.
In the Middle East, there's been an escalation of the war in Gaza. Israel's security cabinet signed off on plans to take over Gaza City, threatening to deepen the humanitarian crisis there. The move has sparked an outcry among many world leaders, But U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee had this to say.
It's not our job to tell them what they should or should not do.
Thursday, relatives of hostages taken by Hamas sailed off the coast of Gaza in protest, saying the military offensive put their loved ones in even more danger. Torian Small, CBS News, the White House.
Another fight between Florida Republicans and Democrats is heating up. This time it's over the state's congressional districts. The latest map for those districts was just approved in 2022. But House Speaker Daniel Perez sent a memo to lawmakers yesterday saying he's setting up a committee to take another look. The move comes amid a push from President Trump to get more Republicans in Congress. Democrats, though, aren't happy. They put out a statement calling it corruption, saying Speaker Perez is abusing his power and breaking with decades of precedent. Animal shelters across the state are hoping to find forever homes for hundreds of pets. That includes Orange County Animal Services. Today, it is lowering its adoption fees to just $8 and extending hours to make it easier for people to adopt. OCAS is struggling with a high number of animals in its care.
People can adopt as late as 7:45 p.m. Our staff is staying late, staying overtime, and we're just trying to get as many animals adopted as we can today.
All right, sounds like a good time to get a new furry friend. Again, the adoption fee for today is just $8, and the shelter is open until 8 o'clock. Construction begins today on a new interchange on I-95 in Volusia County. The 74-acre project will build an interchange between Port Orange and New Smyrna Beach at Pioneer Trail. Right now, Pioneer Trail just has an overpass. FDOT says the new interchange will help relieve traffic at Dunlawton and Little Avenues. The project also includes widening Pioneer Trail to 4 lanes. Lake Mary Little League has another game today in the Softball World Series, and if they win, they will compete in the national semifinals. The team has won their last 2 games to stay alive, but now they are taking on Tulsa, who beat Lake Mary earlier in the tournament. Today's game is at 4 o'clock. News 6's Nathaniel Rivas is in Greenville, North Carolina, covering all of the action for you. We'll have updates later today here on News 6 and, of course, on clickorlando.com. It is the last official weekend of summer break before kids go back to school. So if you're looking for something fun to do, Michelle has you covered. Michelle.
And that's right. And rain chances will stay elevated as we head into the weekend. But don't let that ruin your plans. My 6 things to do and my full forecast will be coming up right after the break.
Here's a live look for you from our Mount Dora cam on this Friday. You're watching News 6 at noon. We'll be right back.
Introducing the new $25 million Gold Rush Multiplier Scratch-Off from the Florida Lottery.
I'm meteorologist Michelle Morgan here at Florida's tallest lighthouse, Ponce Inlet Lighthouse, that is, where National Lighthouse Day will be celebrated right here on Saturday with special events, of course. Rain is in the forecast this weekend, but don't cancel your plans just yet. I spoke with the Director of Operations, Mike Bennett, about what you can expect.
We'll have workshops, we have some kids crafts, we have at 1 o'clock a historic lecture about the history of the nation's 12 National Historic Landmark lighthouses, which our lighthouse is one of.
The event is from 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Looking for another option to beat the heat and rain? In Leesburg, tour the historic Mott Morris House this Saturday from 10 to 2. Also open every second and fourth Saturday through November. Enjoy a day of empowerment and fun at Kissimmee Women's Day, happening at the Bev Event Center, starting at 10 a.m. The free event features chair massages, hairstyling, mini facials, makeup tips, and more. Join the Daytona Beach cleanup Sunday at 8:30 a.m. Rain or shine, bring water, sunscreen, and your positive energy. Supplies will be provided. This weekend, free kids admission at Central Florida Zoo, all August. Kids get in free with the purchase of an adult ticket. Here's a cool event to enjoy before school starts. Fun Day Sunday at Orlando Speed World. It's a family-friendly day of drag racing, food, drinks, and awesome cars. Doors open at 9 a.m. Bring sunscreen and an umbrella. Have a fun event happening next weekend? Tell me about it. Head over to our News 6 app or clickorlando.com. Just click Contact Us.
So we have lots of options this weekend, and it is looking nice out there right now. This is a live look over downtown Orlando from our Light Orlando Delivering Hope Together camera. Lots of sunshine out there right now. Meteorologist Michelle Morgan is in for Candace, and we had a whole lot of rain through the overnight hours, but most of us seen a little bit of a break at this moment.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, it's pretty isolated right now, Julie. So if you are heading out to lunch right now, about to enjoy the day, enjoy it. It's gorgeous outside. You just saw the camera. So here's what you need to know as we look ahead. More rain and heat on the way, not only today as we go through the next several days. So keep the umbrella nearby, and also remember to drink plenty of water, especially while you're out and about. Now, pockets of heavy rain certainly possible as we go through today. Minor flooding possible, especially in those low-lying, poorly drained areas. So we'll have to monitor that. And the tropics, I am watching a few waves out there. Nothing concerning for Central Florida, but we'll briefly talk about it. As we take a look at the radar scan, tracking a few isolated downpours, some thunderstorms staying north of Pearson, continuing to move to our north and west, a few isolated showers heading towards Ocala. As we head to our southern counties, looking at a few showers here over Polk and Osceola County, really riding along the Florida Turnpike, and now beginning to see some isolated showers popping up south of Satellite Beach. So again, the showers and storms isolated, but it will become widespread as we go through today. Taking you outside here, Daytona Beach, gorgeous. You could see that flag there waving out there because it is very breezy along our coastline, but folks are still out there enjoying their weekend, or the beginning of the weekend. Temperatures are comfortable in the upper 80s in Orlando and Sanford, sitting at 85 in Daytona Beach and 85 in Melbourne. A quick peek at the wind gusts, getting wind gust readings of 17 miles per hour in Daytona Beach, 18 miles per hour in New Smyrna Beach, 10 miles per hour in Sanford, and 11 miles per hour in Ocala. So here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast for Melbourne.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency, you ought to call Strata.
Rain chances around that 40 to 50% range as we wrap up the afternoon. Temperature steady in the upper 80s and lower 90s, and a few downpours are possible. Forecast highs 90 in Sanford, 91 in Orlando, 89 in the Villages and Palm Coast, 90 in Cocoa Beach, and 89 in Cape Canaveral. So let's go ahead and time out the showers and storms as we go through today. Fast forwarding things, continuing to see showers and a few pop-up storms as we get closer to the 1 o'clock hour. As we get closer to the 4 or 5 o'clock hour, looking at a widespread event. So many of us will see some rain. It's not going to be a complete washout, but expect rain in your plans today. And then later on this evening, continue to see showers and storms popping up along the I-4 corridor and also west of that area. And then as we go through the overnight hours, plenty of clouds and a few isolated showers are possible along our coastline as as we head into early tomorrow morning. The excessive rainfall outlook you could see under a marginal risk for a good chunk of central Florida, meaning minor flooding is possible. Many spots could pick up between 1 to 3 inches when everything is all said and done. Now switching gears, what's happening here out in the tropics. Again, no concerns for central Florida, but continuing to monitor Invest 96L. Not going to do much in the next 2 days because it is interacting with some dry air. But as we go through the next several days, it looks like the atmospheric environment could be favorable for some type of tropical development there in this general area. So we'll continue to watch it. Also looking at another spot here has a lower chance for tropical development as we go through the next 2 to 7 days, but it'll be moving over cooler water. So again, that time frame for it to try to develop into anything will run out as we head into the weekend. So I'll leave you here with your 7-day forecast. 91 today with a 70% chance for showers and thunderstorms. 91 tomorrow, 80% chance. As we head into Sunday, really a copy and paste forecast. 91, 80% chance. And then back to school on Monday with showers and storms possible with a high of 92.
Michelle, thank you. The tech giant behind ChatGPT says its artificial intelligence is now even smarter. Coming up, what it can do now and how it compares to the last version. The company behind ChatGPT says its artificial intelligence just got even smarter. Yesterday, OpenAI launched GPT-5, an updated version of the AI model powering ChatGPT. The company says it's better at coding, writing, and answering medical questions. It also promises to cut down on hallucinations. That's when the AI makes up things when it doesn't know the answer. The CEO of OpenAI said if GPT-4 was like talking to a college student, GPT-5 is like talking to an expert with a PhD. Take a break from those summer reruns and try out the all-new primetime schedule on News 6 Plus. Matt and Ginger have a new take on the day's news on News 6 tonight. That's at 9. Then go in-depth as we track the tropics and answer your weather questions with meteorologist Jonathan Kagas at 9:30. Then watch the late news an hour earlier. It is all tonight on News 6 Plus. Stay with us. News 6 at noon. We'll be right back. And we'll continue to track some showers this weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Keep the umbrella nearby.
Absolutely. Switch over right now to the News 6 Plus streaming app or click Orlando.com to watch News 6 Extra. Have a great day and a great weekend. Our next newscast is at 4.